right, ladies and gentlemen, here we go.
So today we're here with Corey Brown at Black Tie Jiu Jitsu in Bonita Springs. You also have Cape Coral location, and I saw you have some affiliate gyms too. You want to just give us a little background about the gyms?
Yes, I have a gym in Cape Coral. I originally started up there. It's where I live. My home is in Cape Coral, wife and kids. And then I have the second gym down here in Bonita. When I got here, I was working at a glass company in Naples.
Okay.
I did that for almost 4 years, so I was always floating around the area. So, and I had somebody that wanted to go in on a second gym with me here, so I ended up with two. So I got Cape Coral and Bonita Springs, stone's throw away from North Naples.
Yeah, awesome. Great location. You know, I was popping up from Naples. It was like really quick. You know, and then to have it right there in Cape Coral too, like good space and like.
There you
go. Yeah. So. Got in here, got some rolling in. Like I was telling him earlier, I like the vibe in here. All the guys, friendly. It's like a good thing. Nice, clean environment. And then I saw that you also have a second room over, right? And so is that mainly for the kids classes, or is it?
Yeah, we do that for kids classes. We have pads in there for striking. So we keep the heavy bags and stuff in there because they do take up a bit of space.
Right.
So common thing I've seen in other gyms is that, like, say I put the heavy bags out here, we'd really eat more space.
Yeah.
So we like to keep the striking in a separate area. If they're doing like sparring or mitt work, they can use here, but the bags I like to keep separate. But we always run the kids classes in the front because it's beneficial. I can run two classes at once.
Right. Yeah.
Kids can train and the parents can train at the same time. So
super convenient. Yeah.
Yep.
It was awesome. It was like several guys in here tonight, enough for like lots of pairs rolling at the same time. Compared to where I've been recently, that's a pretty good turnout. Like that was nice. Is that like typical for you? Are you just getting back to those numbers?
Yeah. To tell you the truth, tonight was smaller.
That's awesome to hear. Yeah.
Yeah. So I had another kid that was competing in Panama City. So he was a little burnt out today. So him and his girlfriend train here. So I have a female blue belt that trains here as well. But they boring in tonight. And then I have a couple others that were here. My father-in-law being one, he's a brown belt. And my brother-in-law, he taught the kids class and kind of dipped out. But usually they're here training too. So I was missing a handful at least.
Awesome, cool. So one of the big things I'm doing on this trip is kind of getting feedback about how it's been after having to be locked down for a couple of months, and like just like what it does to you personally, just like having to change up your training routine all of a sudden, but also like how it affects like students and like not being able to get in and then the coming back. Has it been like challenging at all? Was it just kind of like a bummer, like out for a bit?
When it first happened, I've been doing combat sports a long time. So I started wrestling when I was a kid. So I've been around it over 20 years. I'd never seen anything like this.
Wow.
So I didn't know what was going to happen.
Right.
Very scary. This is my livelihood. I have a wife and two kids. So I didn't know what was going to happen.
Yeah.
So it was a very scary thing when it went down, and I didn't know when I was going to be allowed to come back and so forth. But initially, I was terrified. We honestly never stopped training. I just continued to train in my garage. So I took some of the mats out of the Cape Coral gym and laid them in my garage. And I have another student who's one of my best friends. His whole garage is matted. So we were bouncing back and forth between both places. And I was still training twice a day. And I had a group of students that continued to come and train. But I definitely lost the students out of it. A lot of them come back, and to tell you the truth, I got a lot of new students when I came back.
Awesome.
Yeah, I was shocked. I mean, I've been getting a lot of calls every day. I get like today I got about 5 or 6. Yesterday I got 7 all new students.
Wow, yeah,
so
that's heavy.
I think a lot of people got kind of tired of being cooped up in there. They want to get active, get out, and do stuff again.
Okay.
So it's actually at the tail end of it. I'm actually doing pretty well coming out of this. So, but it was scary. But I'm always optimistic. But I'm doing better than I thought.
Yeah, that's great to hear.
Yeah.
Do you have some sort of like measure, like you check in with those new ones about how they're finding out about you, or how they're like deciding to get in?
Yeah, they look me up on Google, or they find me on Facebook, or they YouTube me.
Okay.
Or they'll find stuff like competitions we do and stuff like that, or they'll just look up gyms in the area. Sometimes it's Instagram. Yeah. So just various outlets that they find us through.
And then earlier we were chatting, and you said you had a competition coming up in August.
Yes.
So you're getting prepped for that, getting ready for it?
Yes, I'm prepping for the Zapatero 155-man invitational. It's an eight-man bracket. A couple of ADCC vets in there. So they say whoever wins this is the best 55er at ABI rules in the world. So
awesome. So high stakes for you?
Very high stakes. Yeah, it's when I started competing, well, I started wrestling when I was 11, but when I started competing jiu-jitsu after high school, it was just for fun. But now for me, it's like I gotta go out and perform for the students, my family, my wife, my kids. So it's more than just me. So of course I love it, and I enjoy every second of it because I'm 32 now. I feel fantastic, but I'm not going to be 32 forever. So enjoy the ride. But in the same token, I got to perform for all these guys. So I feel that pressure a little bit, as opposed to when it was just me.
Well, no, I mean, just from chatting with them, the vibe I get, everyone's like looking up to you, they got a lot of respect. You can feel it.
I just try to make it fun,
It is.
I don't take myself too seriously. I don't think I'm I'm just a guy that loves jiu-jitsu, and I want to come in here, have fun. I want people to come in here and laugh. And I want them to, I don't want anyone to ever feel intimidated about coming to the gym. And that's not just my guys, but visitors. I don't want that vibe. I want people go through enough through work and their daily stresses of just life, whether it's commute or whatever. When they get to my gym, I want them to just be like, man, this feels so awesome. To just be here and just let everything just go. You're gonna have fun. No one here is gonna hurt you. Nothing bad is gonna happen. Yeah, we're rolling, but it's relatively safe. You're gonna have fun. You're gonna laugh, and that's what I want. That's the vibe I want to create here.
I tell you, I felt that friendliness, that warmness. It was really great until the middle of my first roll. I was with a huge guy who's just crushing me, and I'm just like, oh no! But right up until then, perfect.
That's how big boys is here.
Yeah. Everyone in here. Oh, whew. But what would you say is your typical breakdown for class? Just a little bit you start with some typical warm-ups, and then what's your usual go-tos?
I usually start with the warm-ups every day, just because those are fundamental movements for jiu-jitsu. So it's something that, obviously it creates muscle memory, but above all that, it helps you prevent injury, because those are the muscles you're going to use. Shrimps, moving your hips. I don't know that we did it today, but I do one where you walk. Somebody showed me that you get up on your shoulders, and your shoulders carry your weight, and you pull yourself. Warms up your rotator cuffs. I can't remember the name of it. I know how to do it, but I can't remember the name of it.
Kind of like seals, you're just dragging yourself?
Kind of, I'm walking, but I got my weight on my shoulders, and my legs are straight, but my shoulders are doing the work. But they're movements that will keep my muscles warmed up so I don't get a tear or pull anything, or prevents injuries. And honestly, the gym's been open for 3 years. We only had I've only seen one real injury where the guy had to go get medical attention, and that was early on. It was, but other than that, it's pretty safe. So we do take precautions, and that's why I recommend everybody to do the warm-ups. It just gets you warmed up properly. You don't want to deal with tears, or ligament tears, muscle tear, anything like that.
For sure. Awesome. Okay, so we're just going to wrap it up with your chance to get a little brag in, if you want to talk about any awards or anything, accolades for the gym for you, as well as any of your socials or any places where we can find out more about you and look you up.
Okay, it's www.blacktibebrazilianjiujitsu.com. That's our website. As you can see, little instructor bios and whatnot. Me and the guys here. Corey Black Tie Jiu-Jitsu on Instagram. Black Tie Brazilian on Instagram is our handle. And you can find me on Facebook, Corey Brown. And then we have a Facebook page for Kate Coral and Benita. So we have a couple things going there. Yeah.
All right. Awesome. Thank you so much. We're here today with Corey Brown. This has been MissionTristan. Thank you.
Thank you.